Hey, what's happening, everybody? You are watching the Simeon Henderson Show, where we are giving a voice to the people. It's good to see you guys on this Sunday evening. I have a special show lined up for you today. We are going to be kicking it with some awesome people. We will be talking about the Art West Freedom Fest here. It's in Lawndale, North Lawndale, where I live, actually. And it's going down. We have Danielle, we have Mark Hubbard, we have Reggie Ayers, and we have the founder, Alexia Young. We're going to have some fun tonight. So I hope you guys are ready to get it going and tune in, because we are about to kick it on the Simeon Henderson Show. So without further ado, everybody, let's get it. All right, everybody, you're watching the Simeon Henderson Show, where we are giving a voice to the people. I am super excited about the show tonight because I have some awesome people online with me today, and we are going to be talking about the Art West Freedom Festival, which is going to be going on in my hometown of Chicago, in my neighborhood and community of North Lawndale. And I want to bring in now my special guest right here on the Simeon Henderson Show. What's going on, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
How you guys feeling tonight?
What's going
on? So this is the kickoff.
Just trying to warm up. You know what I mean?
Everybody ready?
Yes.
Huh? Oh, wait a minute. So we have to make sure. Let me see. Danielle is muted. Now, let's see. Make sure. I think she's unmuted now. Unmute. Let's see. Are you there, Danielle?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Are you there, Reggie?
I'm here.
Mark, you there?
Yep.
We all good. So, guys, let's kick this thing off. So, everybody tuning in, I want you guys to understand what's about to happen. You guys are privy to the kickoff of something special, and it is the Art West Freedom Fest in North Lawndale. And these are the people that are making it happen for you. So here we go. Let's kick it off. Alexia, tell everybody what the Art Fest is about.
So the Art West Freedom Fest is, it was inspired by the 1960s Freedom Festival. So I currently work at the MLK Exhibit Center right in North Lawndale on the west side of Chicago. So shout out to one of our cultural spaces that are available in the North Lawndale area. So, you know, sometimes when you're doing research, you find out really interesting things. And so I was thinking to myself how important the arts has been historically for our communities. Artists use their talents and their gifts to speak out against certain, you know, inequities. And so this is something that we've seen time and time again throughout history. And I thought it would be a really appropriate time to be able to put forth a platform that would highlight our creative community, especially from the west side of Chicago, because, you know, we're kind of the best side of Chicago.
Come on, say that twice.
Hey,
Please.
we gonna save that fight for the end of the show. You see them Southsiders, they shaking their head on us.
There's only one Southsider on here.
So it's only what?
Only one Southsider. Mark,
you're the only Southside.
Listen, I can stand alone. I'm okay. If I have to step by myself, I'm okay. I can handle myself. Trust me. Now I'm
okay, Mark.
Y'all don't want to mess with me.
So Mark, let everybody know what's your involvement with the Art West Freedom Fest.
So again, thank you so much, Simeon, for this opportunity to be a part of your show. Again, myself along with Danielle and Reggie, we're all under Next Showcase USA, and actually, which is our parent company. But we also we have franchises in different cities and states across the United States, and so we're happy about that. We launched in Chicago, so Next Showcase Chicago is a platform for up-and-coming artists to showcase their talent in front of industry professionals, and so our participation and partnership with our friends is we're going to be providing amazing talent through the entire week, every night, Monday through, I believe, Saturday. Just amazing talent each night, giving you a great show, some amazing talent. A lot of them actually are born and raised and actually live on the west side of Chicago. I couldn't help that part, but anyway, no, so amazing talent that's going to be. So the West Side is definitely going to be represented throughout the entire week, and we're happy to allow to see some amazing talent. So I'm the founder and CEO of Next Showcase USA. So happy to be a part of this organization, and also happy to be a part of our West Festival this week. Yep. So that's my participation.
Okay, West Side sister, my West Side sister, Danielle. What's happening?
I am so excited to be a part of this particular movement, the Art West Freedom Fest, and as my sister Lexi mentioned, birthed right on the west side, or based on the west side of Chicago, which I'm a born and raised true and blue west side and lover of Chicago, really, and of my people. And I just love that we can use our voices and our different talents, our different skills, and our different strengths to express how we feel or what we are experiencing, and to have a platform like this, willing and able-bodied and like-minded and good-hearted people. I'm just glad to be here. I'm glad to be here. I work with Next Showcase USA, and really with any positive thing that my hands kind of find their way to. I'm with it.
Okay. Cool. Reggie, what's going on?
Sir, everything is well. Everything is well. My involvement with it is I am the COO for Next Showcase USA, and I handle all of the logistics operations for Next Showcase. And again, as Mark stated, we have partnered with Art West Freedom Fest to bring in some amazing artists this week. Every night, 7 until 8:30, we have artists that will be performing live.
Right.
And then we have some classes as well throughout the week. On Tuesday, we have a class with two doctors. One will be presenting on COVID-19, and we have another doctor that will be giving a great presentation as well. And then on Thursday, we will be talking about voting. And Friday, we will be having a conversation about creatives, what they can do outside of just being on stage. So it's a great week.
Okay, so here we go. So I have a little I like to do my due diligence and have my notes. I like to be professional, and I want to go back a little bit because this chocolate ball head brother on here, Martin. He used to sing.
What?
See,
Lexi, you didn't know that?
No,
You didn't have to bring all that
that's
up.
a fun fact.
Hey, Mark. Hey, so when she told me it was you, I was like, Mark Hubbard. I know Mark. So Mark, this is about music, brother. We want to get people intrigued and inspired to tune in. So you were an artist yourself, right?
He still is actually.
He is an artist. Mark, you're an artist yourself, right? Huh?
Yes, sir. I'm definitely. I'm an artist.
Okay.
I'm actually a Phil Award and Grammy nominated artist, gospel artist at that. That's my first genre. I love gospel music. Born and raised. I'm actually a PK twice over. So with that being said, I was the baddest child in church because that's how we PKs. That's how we do. But anyway, Yeah, I'm actually a gospel artist, and I love it, and been doing it now for some time.
40
and,
years. 40 years.
I can't
40.
sing today because my vocals are a little.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So look at Reggie. So listen, guys. When I think about music, right? So I always say what music means. This is what music means. So the M, music is an artistic expression, and then you got another M. Music often expresses how we relate to life, and then we have music is an ideal way for artists to express themselves, and also music connects listeners with the many emotions brought on by life's experiences. And lastly, music is company for humans who feel alone. Did you guys get that?
Yep.
So when we're talking about music, as we go into this, we want people and everybody, you can see I have it up on the screen. You can register for private sessions at the Art West at artwestchicago.com/events. So make sure you guys tune in to that. But guys, one by one, tell me what music means to you. We'll start with the ladies.
Whoo, music is art. Okay. So music for me, especially those who tend to watch my lives, I go live almost, every night if I can throughout the week. And I'm doing live paintings. And I've been using that platform to kind of hold myself accountable to creating art consistently, which has been a challenge for me as an artist who has all these hats that I wear. But music, honestly, like people who know me well, who've watched me paint, if I don't have music, it's very hard for me to channel any type of extra energy into my work. Music actually is the foundation of my work, to be honest. It changes my mood. You know how some melodies and some sounds make you feel extremely relaxed, makes you feel inspired, and then you have other sounds that might make you feel like going to the club. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like there's so many variations of what music can do and how it vibrates like on a deep level within us, and it has been a very important aspect of my creativity.
Okay, Danielle, what does music mean to you?
And that's so hard to really put into words, right? Because forever, since I can remember, music has been a part of me. Not just because I was raised in a home with singers and musicians, but because it's the way that I found best to express myself, my voice, my feelings, my, stuff I ain't have a sister to tell to,
right.
or for real,
I got
music today for me is again a way of expression, a way to relate, a way to keep in tune. Music is sexy. It's orgasmic. It's welcoming. It's calming. It's inciting. It's poetic. It's so personal. It's everything you want it to be. And again, it's a way for us to connect and to say, hey, I'm hurting, or hey, here's how I'm healing. Man, music transcends. I can say so much about music. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. My daughter's a musician now. So music, right?
Okay. Mr. Ayers.
So for me, music is you gave a list of things. For me, music is a universal language. It reaches people from every walk of the spectrum. It could you can be down and listening to music, and it lift you up. I am also Mark's personal assistant. Well, manager. I was his personal assistant, but we've had the opportunity to travel to China, Shanghai, China, and some other regions inside of China.
Wow.
And going over there and singing gospel, and they not understanding a word that we're saying, but can feel the spirit of the music, feel the the music, they could feel it, and they were uplifted and excited and trying their best to clap along with us. So it's just a great experience to be able to share music and be able to experience music as well. It's music is that you can uplift you in bad day, put on some music. You good. If you just need to chill and relax a little bit, put on some slow music, and hey, you good. And you can take it further than that too.
Okay.
Can I
So
just
everybody,
add?
yes.
Can I just
course.
add, like, I can't imagine the world without music. I think everything
Are
that
y'all
we
waiting on
see
me?
on television, whether it's a commercial, it's a movie, you know, some of the
I can't
music
hear Lexi.
scores, the instrumental, the orchestra, like, can you imagine watching a film with no music at all? Like, I can't. But music just plays such an integral role in so many things that we see all the time, but we're not even thinking to ourselves like, oh, that's a music, or you know, that's definitely a sound that I've heard before, you know.
Right.
Like that's how we memorize, like, you know, jingles from commercials, or you know, some of our favorite brands have a song. That's how we get to recognize those brands, through music.
Or even some of the TV shows that came on, the music from that, the good times, I think I'm dating myself, the Jeffersons. I mean, the theme music for that, you automatically knew what was going on when you heard the music.
You know what? One of my favorite was "Now the World Don't Move to the Beat."
Different strokes.
Yeah. So Mark, what does music mean to you?
Oh, well, first of all, let me just say this before I jump into what music means to me. I think it's a conspiracy for the 4 West Siders against the 1 South Sider. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Because my connection is really going in and out.
Can we hear him?
You all can hear each other, but you can't. I can't barely hear y'all. So I think it's a conspiracy of the 4
And
West
we're
Siders
not
against the 1 South.
against you. We're all here together. We're not against you.
We can hear you now.
Yeah, you're good.
You know what? It's okay. Like I said, I can stand on my own. I'm gonna be all right. So, but anyway, what music means to me is life. Music is life. Music is life. And music is universal. It's all I've ever known my entire life. Music is healing. You know. And like I said, music is universal. When it doesn't matter what, especially if you want to get into religion, it doesn't matter what denomination you're in or what you believe or who you believe in. It speaks to everybody. So, like, you know, I live for music. And music is something that definitely inspires me. So, you know, like I said, I guess the best way I can always explain music and what it means to me, again, music is life, and it is my life, and I love living.
I'll say this. In my book, I talk about how I couldn't read until I was in the 6th grade, but I could sing in a choir. Like I could remember them. I can remember those lyrics my mama taught me. I could sing them. It was one of those things where music was a form of communication for me. And you know, Mark, you guys know I'm an actor as well. So when I think about music, it's a component within the performing arts family, because it's that music is that 4th or 5th element that really brings the story together, and the acting and everything. And the Black soulful music genre it's essential to the rich history of the Black culture. And what I like about what you guys are bringing to this, and this music, is essential for our culture, going all the way back to slavery. You know, our ancestors and people, they communicated and they dealt with situations and overcame with their love and passion for music, right?
Even sharing
Black music, it arose, but from it arose, the origin of Black music, it arose from the conditions of slavery.
Yes,
it represented what? Hope, and being helping them to stay alive. What do you guys think about the essence of music and its importance to our culture?
I definitely agree with what you just said. The music is what we use to help each other, communicate with each other when we couldn't reach each other, and share. Hey, don't go out. Don't try to get away today because
Mhm.
it's not a good day. But it was all done through music, done through song, and it was a language that we used to not get caught by the master or massa.
Mhm. So as you guys,
Yeah.
as you guys are
It's
answering, as you guys are talking about this, I'm gonna let you know some of the questions I'm getting because I got two things. We're live, and then I have people. That are watching. We have probably about on the watch party. I don't know. We probably have about 50 some people, and they're making comments. One of the questions is, this is from a young lady, Christy. It is cool because we have all type white, black, everything. She says she's curious to what everyone's number one go-to song is when going through a rough patch that can instantly bring you out of it. So when you're going through something rough, what's your go-to?
It depends on what you're going through.
Okay, give us one. Give us one.
You know, not
Hey,
every
Danielle,
wound
you
requires the same ointment, right?
You keep it PG, Danielle.
Beg pardon?
I said you keep it PG. You know, I already talked about that. so give us.
I'm Mark's assistant. He rubbed off on me a little bit. I'm gonna blame it on Mark.
So give the people a little bit. Give the people some insight on what's your go-to song or music when you're going through something to help you get through.
So I'm gonna say
Again, it definitely.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Danielle.
Go ahead, Danielle.
Again, I'm going back to it. Definitely depends on what I'm going through. So I'll say, in a more recent time, me praying and fasting and kind of seeking and kind of praying and kind of fasting, and I'm still praying and I'm fasting. I'm still seeking. Lord, do you hear me? Every time I would hear a song or a melody, it's yours was either in the lyric, it's yours was on a billboard,
Oh
it's
wow!
yours was somewhere in it. So it wasn't just one song. I guess it was the message in those songs. And once I stopped complaining enough or overthinking enough to hear what God was saying to me, let me tell you, it was great. It was absolutely great because I was able to receive the message. And again, it wasn't just in one particular song, but in this instance, it was the message I kept hearing in all these songs. They just kept being whispered right in my ear.
Okay. Cool. All right. What about you, Red?
So for me, I'm a church kid. So all my life, born and raised. Me and Danielle actually go way back. We've been a member of the same church forever. She was born.
Yep.
We both were born into the same church. I'll say that. And my go-to song is "God Will Take Care of You." There are a couple of different versions of it, but that's the song, and that's the whole thing in a nutshell, right there. God will take care of you when you, if whatever the situation, whatever the issue, whatever the problem, He will take care of you. So that's my go-to.
Okay. What about you, Alex?
I honestly, I'm a neo soul lover. I need that mellow energy from music to get me through hard times, and I believe one of my favorite is Jill Scott, Prepared. She's like, I've been reading my own journals, and like just the storytelling in the music. It's like she's walking you through. This is not easy. Like, on the outside looking in, you got a lot of people who appear to be successful, but you all have no idea what the trenches feel like for people who are going through really just trying to make something out of nothing. And it might look glamorous, but behind closed doors, it's messy, it's crazy. And you gotta do what you gotta do to put yourself back together again. And if that means like sitting with God and reading, things that you used to write from months before to track how far you've come, those are really important. And music definitely helps inspire me to keep going. I cried in the bathroom a few times, like in the tub, like Lord, just help me. But yes, I would definitely say Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, they got some tracks that kind of put me back together sometimes.
Okay, Mark, what's the
So I think I got this whole thing figured out as far as the connection is concerned. So I think we're pretty good right now. I keep going in and out, so I jumped on about 5 different devices. So I forgot that my iPad was my brother's iPad. He had Sprint, so that's T-Mobile. So that's horrible. But anyway, so as I was saying, I'm on AT&T now. So it should be good.
You got off that Boost Mobile,
huh?
Right.
T-Mobile. Might as well be Bruce. But anyway, all right. So, but anyway, back to your question. I'm on AT&T now, so it should be good. Man, seriously, of course, gospel music is always my go-to, but I'm a lover of music. So it's basically almost like connection. It's if that right song comes on, or if it comes in my mind, in my head, it's just one of those things that I actually just go to it. I love country music because country music, especially old school country music, they tell stories and it gets really to the in-depth and the heart of what people sometimes are going through and they're living. So country music and gospel music and inspiration music are like my two are the really best music. I love smooth jazz, that calms me down as well, but my really go-to would actually be inspiration gospel and country. I love country music. I do. Yeah.
So I'll tell you guys one of my go-tos. I have a few, but I'm gonna give you this one. These 3 words by Stevie Wonder.
Mm-hmm.
That one. When was the last time you heard?
Yes.
And I'm gonna tell you why. And it's because of love. Mm-hmm. And even when I do my inspiration, I tell people, I say I love you, and people have inboxed me and they say thank you because they say I have family members that don't even tell me they love me. But I think that in order for us to make it, to survive, to get everything we have coming to us, we have to not only show but exude love from our being. And I think it's important to tell the people closest to you that you love them. I think it's important for people that come in contact with you to even feel the love that exudes from your being. And I think when we have more people that think like that, I think the world will be a much better place. So, hey, so everybody, you're watching the Simeon Henderson Show where we're giving a voice to the people. And I am here with the awesome people that are bringing you the Art West Freedom Fest this week of North Lawndale, right here in Chicago. Mr. Lexi Young, Reggie Ayers, Mark Hubbard, and Danielle. And it's going to be an awesome event, awesome time. You guys can sign up for it for private classes. Or sessions, I should say. And what I want to do, guys, right now is I want to give the people a quick look at what they can expect, okay? So shout out to my executive producer, Jamani Anamdi, my producer, Jose Perez, my creative director, Shelton Smith, and my producer, Darren DeShazer. Everybody, you're watching the Simeon Henderson Show. Check out this clip that's going to be going on this week with the Art West Freedom Fest right in North Lawndale.
Chicago is known as a city of neighborhoods. And it's like, no, it's a city of glamorized segregation. Because all you have to do is cross one street, and it's a very obvious difference.
All right, everybody. So I hope you guys got a glimpse of that. It's going to be going down. And what I want to do is I want to get into a little more of what music is with you guys. And when I think about music, music is pivotal to the Black community. And gospel, which is the good news, it's the good news music. It defines our faith, hope, and trust in God, right? And what do you guys when you talk about music? So people are going to tune in to the Art Fest, and you guys have some live events too. So tell us a little bit about what's going on with the online, with the virtual part, and as well as the live events.
I'm going to go ahead and say, so this week is a pretty intense week. So we have a lot to offer, and we're excited that all of this is coming from the west side of Chicago, and it's specifically coming from the North Lawndale community. So throughout the entire week, we have a series of the live music events, which Next Showcase will be producing an amazing experience virtually from 7 o'clock p.m. to 8:30 p.m. pretty much every day throughout the week. So you all can make sure to follow the Art West Facebook page, but then also make sure you stop at Next Showcase USA .com to get involved in those live streams. And we'll be restreaming all over all of our platforms because we want to make sure that people are really just getting in tune with some of the most amazing artists that are from Chicago, especially from the west side of Chicago. And also throughout the daytime sessions, we'll have several events taking place where people can register for those private Zoom meetings. And some of those private Zoom meetings may cover information about creating healthy healing spaces. Some of them are discussing mental wellness in our communities. There's some other ones that are more hands-on, such as the April's Ivy Care. She's an entrepreneur from the west side of Chicago, from North Lawndale, who makes handmade sugar scrub. And so she's going to teach people how to make these things at home because everything that she makes is literally from the kitchen. So we want people to get engaged with some of these activities. And yes, there is a variation between what will be viewed live that you won't have to register for. And then there are some events that people will have to go to the artwestchicago.com/events page where they will need to register for those private sessions.
Okay. And let me just say this, if no one has noticed this, some of our viewers have noticed, you have some dope artwork up behind you. You got some dope artwork up behind you. So I just wanted to point that out because people are commenting on that on the watch party. So guys, you're watching the Simeon Henderson Show, and I'm here live. This is the kickoff. Today is the kickoff for the Art West Freedom Fest of North Lawndale, and I am with the pioneers and the people that are making this happen for you. So let me ask this. If I come to a live event, and I think the first live event is on Wednesday, right? Correct? The 12th?
The first live event is tomorrow. So there's going to be a live event every single day. I'm
sorry. I know there's a live event every day. I was talking about the there's an in-person one, right? Or something where you could come.
There is one. There actually is one. There were tickets that were available for a small amount of people. We are still very much in a pandemic, so we are being mindful about that. However, there is a lunch giveaway that will be on site at the MLK Exhibit Center on next Saturday at 2 p.m. And that one is open for the public, for anyone who just so happens to stop by the exhibit to grab a free lunch. We'll be giving away 100 free lunches in partnership with Lincoln Park Zoo. And so we're excited about that. But because of COVID-19, we are trying to be extremely careful about, putting.
So people need to wear their mask. Wear your mask.
Yeah.
It's funny that you said Lincoln Park Zoo.
Yes.
I often go to Lincoln Park Zoo to visit my some of my cousins. The last name is the Keys. The Keys. You know the Keys. Look at Reggie. Reggie knew how. Look, Mark like this. He like. Oh man, I'm being silly. Okay,
listen.
So Mark, let me ask you this question, right? Are you controlling or spearheading the whole music aspect?
Well, our organization is spearheading it. As I said, man, I'm really blessed to have an amazing, wonderful staff. Reggie, he's a COO, and man, he has all logistics and planning and sometimes booking of the artists as well. So I can't take full credit of saying, yeah, I'm in charge of the entire event. It's definitely a teamwork. So, we definitely have, like I said, a lot of amazing talent that's going to happen. This is the entire week. And we will be live each night. You guys can watch it on our various platforms. You cannot attend.
Right.
So don't want you popping up at the King Center. So again, due to COVID-19, we are definitely on a lot of restrictions. So it will be live performances. We're actually turning the King Center into a production studio, so it's going to look amazing. So you guys are looking for a great treat as far as the talent is concerned and the ambiance of how it's going to look. So we're going to bring to you a wonderful presentation, but be sure you just watch it online. Don't do it on the various platforms because again, just only talent and staff and production crew will be allowed into the actual building. But I promise you, you're getting an amazing experience.
So let me ask this question to the person that actually knows something. Reggie.
You websites are going to stop.
He ain't wrong.
No, I'm just joking with you, Mark.
Oh no,
so, Reggie, who are some of the people, who are some of the artists that we can expect to see? Because I'm going to be watching all week, and I'm going to try to pop up. I'm going to try to be one of the few that can come to some of the live stuff. Who are some of the artists we can expect to see throughout the week?
So throughout the week, we have artists that have either participated on Next Showcase or have are connected to Next Showcase. We have Darryl Woods. He was on our July 21st showcase. We have Attack the Sound. They're an amazing band. We have Leo West, amazing rapper. So we have someone from all genres of music that will be presenting. We have Rebel Wild. They're kind of a rock band. China Love, she was on our showcase as well. We have a great rapper, independent. Avir, he's kind of a soul singer. He did backgrounds for Gladys Knight. He did backgrounds for her for years and was her vocal coach, vocals for her, not for Gladys per se, but for the background singers. He assisted with that. And it's a great lineup of artists that we have that will be each night during the week. And as Mark stated,
also add. Oh, I'm sorry, Reggie.
No, as Mark stated, it will be a live production, and we will be split between two locations: the MLK Exhibit Center as well as Principal Barbershop. So we have some artists that will be doing acoustic and tracks, and then we have some artists that will have their full band with them as well.
Cool. Alexa, go ahead. Were you going to say something before I said?
So I was going to mention also, shout out to Next Showcase for you all just like, look, there's been so many Zoom meetings where my phone was falling under the couch. It's been crazy. I know that they were like, who is this woman and why are we working with her again?
The Go See.
Yes, I called Go See. So they were getting on me because, there's something called a site visit. Okay. And I said that it's a go see. Because I grew up on that term. It's a go see. You go see what a site visit looks like.
But in our
They
world,
surround me.
Professional venue production, we call it site visit. I've never in my life heard of a go see. What's a go see? What? What are we going to see?
You going to see if the space works or not?
A go see. Hey, boy, hey, somebody always trying to sound educated.
Right, go see.
A go see. Like, okay. So here we go.
And you know what? They also got on me because I'm the art lady.
Right.
I do the painting. I can do all this other stuff, but I'm not the music people. So when I said, so who's the highlighter for the event? And they were like,
Headliner?
I was like, yeah,
The headliner?
Headliner.
Big deal. And they was like, you mean headliner?
Listen, the people that's watching your show on Facebook Live and on the watch party, they're probably going saying, "What's a highlighter?"
Exactly. And
the teachers,
all of the teachers that are watching, the teachers or the actors are watching, saying, "Oh, I use a highlighter to highlight my lines."
Right.
So let me. I don't want to miss this opportunity. Reggie, you talked about all of the different genres, right?
Mm-hmm.
Talked about all the different genres, which I think is cool because that means there's going to be something for everyone, right?
Correct.
So when we talk about music, it also serves to bridge the gap in our communities amongst the young and old with songs. Like, let's just think about Pharrell Happy, like all kids, middle-aged, old people. And then we recently witnessed American civil rights icon and historian Congressman John Lewis. His best dance moves. I don't know if you guys saw it. They showed him doing the happy dance. You know my best part about that? When he said, "I'd be even better if I had a drink." I don't know how many people caught that.
I didn't catch that.
But if you watch it again, pay attention, because I don't know nobody in politics who either don't drink or smoke weed or do some type of, I don't know if they sipping on syrup or something, but you got to be doing something if you in politics. So, but we witnessed, so it's just one of those things where we can listen and enjoy, and we can forget about our problems for a brief moment. And that's why I'm encouraging everybody. That's why I teamed up with this awesome team, and I'm encouraging people to join in for this week of festivities. For the simple fact, there's so much going on in the world today. So many people are stressed out, depressed. I know some people personally that have committed suicide, and people have lost loved ones and things like that. And people need to heal. People are hurting. And this music, people, I don't care what you say, this music is a form of healing. And I think we need to come together for something like this. What do you guys think?
Totally. Definitely so.
Oh. Who's talking?
No, I was going to say, definitely, you're absolutely right, man. Especially, this is all new. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day. I was like, this is something that just sprung up on us. Nobody was prepared for this. Nobody was prepared. It wasn't like we had years and months to prepare for it. It's like February, we was normal, and then March, our lives changed completely. Yes. So this whole virtual world of entertainment, and there's a lot of entertainers and venues, so people have lost their jobs and lost loved ones and trying to figure out how to, there's a lot of us that have concerts and events planned out the entire summer. All that's canceled, you know what I'm saying? So therefore, we're trying to figure out how to navigate, how to feed our families, how to pay our bills, things like that, And there was some people that was making comments online saying, well, if you're not using this time to write a book or write songs or be productive, then you actually not doing anything with your life. And I was like, no, you don't. We really can't say that, because this thing happens and affects people in different ways. I had loved ones that literally who was came down with COVID-19. So in that particular moment, I wasn't thinking about writing a song. I wasn't thinking about writing another book. I was just praying that God, my family members, would make it through safely.
Yeah.
And then at the end, on the other side of it, I have an opportunity to look back and say, okay, maybe I can write something based upon this. So I always let people, see people where they are in the position in the end. And I said all that to say that music, this is why we performances. This is why we're doing everything virtually, because the simple fact is, as you said earlier, people need healing. They need things that they can relate to, and people they can relate to. And a lot
Yeah.
of that happens when it comes through people and their emotions, because when you sing, especially when you come from a different place, you sing through your emotions. People can feel it. They can feel it before they even hear it. They can, they can feel what you're doing even before you even listen to the words or the melody. They can feel it from the heart, especially if they know you've been into a place where they are, or you are where they are. So they feel the sincerity behind it. So we need this type of energy. We need this type of performances to actually help people make it through. So I just want to chime in and say that this is absolutely something that's really needed and continue on to help people, survive this, because we'll never go back to where we were, but now we just have to build upon where we are.
Yes, yes. And staying in that same vein, everybody, if you would chime in a little bit about what this time means to you, and you dealing with the pandemic and the riots and different things, and watching people lose their jobs, and I don't know if you guys were affected by any of this, but I've been affected by it in a number of ways. Whereas I have family members that I've lost due to murder and COVID, and the job I work, because I've been an educator for 25 years, besides an actor and speaker, I lost my job, due to budget cuts, because of everything going on. So we've all encountered some form of loss during this time. And just share with us what this time means to you.
Well, I'll start. During this time, it was a time to kind of relook at how things were previously done, and sort of recalibrate, and have to look at things differently, and say, okay, the live shows, we're not doing that right now. So what can we do to keep people encouraged, keep people busy? It took a minute to get there, because for me, the first part of the year, left December, January, February, was running just about every night of the week with an event after event after event. So at first it was just a period of rest, and after resting, it's like, okay, so now what can we do?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing how during this time everyone has refocused on how I can do it different, and everyone is online now.
Yeah.
Some people had never heard of Zoom, and now that's everybody's day is consumed with Zoom meeting after Zoom meeting after Zoom meeting.
I invested in Zoom stock.
Yeah, that was a smart thing to do, because
the first
everybody moved to Zoom, because we started having our church services on Zoom.
Yep.
There had to be an alternative to meeting in person. So it's just been a time of relooking at things and relooking at how to do things.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead, Danielle. I think she got it.
For me, this time has been a lesson in patience, man, because I too was always on the go. Now I do work from home, and I do corporate, work, so I don't have to go downtown into my office anymore. I can bring my stuff here and work here, but then I'm stuck here.
Yeah.
Right. Which is fine. Thank God for my home. I like being here. But I also have a teenage daughter who is also kind of stuck here. So really, for real, a lesson in patience and becoming reacquainted with meditating, becoming reacquainted with my own habits, be it how much I'm taking in, how much I eat, and what I'm eating. It kind of made me pause and reconsider a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what this time has been for me.
Okay. What about you, Mark?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I said earlier, but I'd say from a personal level, I did learn. A lot of people learn a lot about who your friends and true friends are. Because a lot of people, when you would text them or call them, they'd be like, you know what, I missed your call, I missed your text, and I was just so busy. Now they didn't have no excuse because nobody was going anywhere. You couldn't go anywhere. So you ain't missed my text. You just didn't want to talk to me. You didn't miss my talk. Listen, we was on quarantine. You wasn't going nowhere. So they didn't have that excuse no more. You can. They had an excuse, so you learn a lot about who really wanted to talk to you and who really didn't want to be bothered with you. That we did learn. But on a serious level, and I was serious about that too, but on a personal level, again, it taught me a lot about how to really navigate my life. Because again, as I said, as Reggie said earlier, we was literally on the go all the time, running. And then COVID literally shut us down to the point of, like I said, on a personal level with family members having to be catching up, and I'm taking care of my family members and just trying to figure out in my mind. At one point, I had lost a lot of weight because I just stopped eating because I was so worried about I gained it all back. So I'm on quarantine 25. That's my weight loss gain now. I mean, that's my weight loss on quarantine 25. Not quarantine 19 or 20. It's quarantine 25, maybe 30.
Oh,
but anyway, seriously, Jesus Christ, that quarantine. But it just taught me a lot about patience, as Daniel said, and a lot about, it really brought me close to the God as well, and then closer to a lot of my friends and loved ones, and just learning how to really appreciate the fact of where people are. And because, like I said earlier, a lot of people had gotten to the point where they would actually judge people based upon where they feel that they should be and not where they are. And I learned how to really see people where they are, because again, this situation affected people in a different manner. So you may not have been affected by it financially, but spiritually you was affected by it. You may not have been affected by it spiritually, but everybody in some way or another had been affected by this COVID-19 situation. And so therefore you learn to accept people where they are and deal with where they are and be able to have patience and help them grow, and we all grow together. So that's just one of the many aspects of me dealing with it. I can go on. I can actually write a book on COVID-19 and patience and dealing with it for real.
Hey.
For real.
All right, everybody, you're watching the Simeon Henderson Show, where we're giving a voice to the people. And today was the kickoff of the Art West Freedom Fest of North Lawndale, and I'm here with the CEO and founder of it, Alexi Young, along with this talented and awesome group that's going to be spearheading all of the music and festivities with Reggie Ayers and Danielle and Mark Hubbard. And I want to leave you guys with this. Music is empowering our community. It gives us strength. It remains one of those things that helps us to struggle and through our struggle for justice and peace. With songs like "Fight the Power," remember "Fight the Power" by Public Enemy. There's so many different songs. "We Are the World," and there's so many different things. But the climate of our culture is energized. It's energized with the embrace of community festivals such as the Art West Freedom Fest. And thank you for this, because this form of community engagement, it has the potential to change the narrative of our ability to unify neighborhoods and communities, and by providing good food, good fellowship, and most importantly, good music. So continue to serve Art West Freedom Fest. You guys are doing your thing, and I am excited that you guys allowed me to come in on this venture and be a part of this. So I thank you guys so much for your time. And what would you guys like to leave people with?
I would like to leave the people with major thank yous. Thank you for everyone who has been a part of bringing this together. So we have a bunch of community partners such as St. Anthony Hospital, the Lingo Chicago, 345 Art Gallery, the MLK Exhibit Center, Principal Barbers. The list goes on and on. Thank you to New Covenant for being a huge partner in this role. But again, this is an opportunity to uplift our entire creative community from the west side of Chicago. So it's about art, music, and actually like all the roles that play into bringing these things forward, like the technical aspect of it. Working with Next Showcase, they got a whole sound person, and I'm like, what? You got a whole sound specialist
as opposed to a half a sound person?
Right. Again, you see what I'm saying?
These
A
kids,
whole sound
hey,
person.
these kids trip me out like with that stuff. Man, look, she got a whole baby daddy.
Hey, y'all leave her alone. Y'all leave her alone.
So,
But there are so many creative careers that our people do not get exposed to because the arts programs are cut out of education so much. We have to do our due diligence to continue to tell people there are plenty of careers to choose from in film, music, art. It's behind the scenes stuff that you don't know about. It's the technical aspects of it that you don't know about. It's the producers, the managers. It's a whole world of careers that we really got to start telling our young people and our adult people to start looking into.
mm-hmm. And speaking of young people, I got some.
And there will be human resources professionals a part of this. So if people want to know, there will be information available throughout this festival.
Hey, and speaking of young people, guys, and I think this is so important that we reel the young people in on stuff like this too, as well as the parents, and the parents getting their kids involved in things like the arts and sports and different things like that, and even in leadership roles. I want to share something with you guys really quick. I had a young lady on my show the other day, Ruby Tucker. They call it a pint-sized powerhouse, right? Guys, check this out really quick. This young lady is, and this is a form of art. So check her out really quick.
God damn. That's what's up. Again. Again. There she goes. Can I get it faster than that? Just a little bit faster. There you go. Lean a little bit for me. There you go.
That's my little homie. That's my little homie and her dad. Look, when I see stuff like this, and anybody that has kids can appreciate this, but especially for all of my fathers out there, if you're a father or if you're a father figure or you're a big brother, I just think that we need to really we have to pay attention to our young people. All the things that we're doing, we have to try to somehow funnel them in, because look at all of the talent that's on this screen right now. There's so many different talents, and there's so much information, and there's so many skills to give out. So what we're going to have to do is, you guys, and I'm putting this out there, especially for Danielle and Reggie and Alex and Shaw, the thinkers. I put myself in there with you, Mark, so don't trip. And we're going to have to put something together that's going to be spearheaded and directly involving the youth, because we got to get them. We got to get them. We got to get them right. We got to get them ready.
Yeah, I totally agree. The youth, they need some leadership. They need some guidance. They need to be able to see that there are careers and things that they can do, because it's not necessarily seen in the neighborhoods. So they need to know that there's more than just trying to be a basketball player. There's more than just trying to be a rapper. There's more that they can do. And Lexi mentioned it earlier, the creative part of it. Creative careers where you might not be on stage, but you're at every event because you're the sound person that's on tour with the artist, and you're the one that's making the show happen. If you're not
getting paid,
getting paid very well, very well.
Sometimes I'm like, why in the hell did I could have been behind the scenes? Consistent work. All right, so guys, man, it was my pleasure. Huh? What'd you say, Mark?
No, I was just saying, just to pick on that, I learned from a good friend of mine. She's also one of my mentors, 1T. I watched how she worked, and she said, a lot of people, and I practice it myself. See, a lot of people want to know the artist or the big name, but who you really want to know is a person that's working behind the scene. Because if you know them, those are the people that really make it happen. So I don't take it personal and nothing like that, because I get who I am, but it's really the people like a Danielle, it's really people like a Reggie, it's really people like a Marshawn and the rest of the production rest of the team who really, really seriously, we visionaries, but they really are the ones that behind the scene grind and making things work. So like that. So I tell a lot of people, sometimes we get caught up in the name and who the person is, quote unquote, the famous person, but get to know their team. If you know them, you can get to them. And that's
without the team, a vision is just that, a vision. And the way the vision comes to pass is having a strong team, because you're gonna have those. I'm real big on staying in my lane. I was telling Alexa this. I was telling her that when it comes to getting the word out there, inspiring and motivating people, I'm your man. But when it comes to that technical nuts and bolts thing, I'm calling people like Danielle. I'm calling people like Reggie. I'm calling those people. I'm talking to Mark to help me with my ideas. I'm calling them to help me put those ideas into motion. And that's what we have to understand, how important it is to have a team that you love and trust. And that's why you always have to be transparent and upfront with people, because they're going to decide either to go on this ride with you or not. They're going to believe in you or they don't, or they're not. But it's don't be trying to trick people and fool them. Let people know who you are and what you're about, and they'll be there with you, and they'll grow with you as well. Yep.
Totally agree. And also educate. I tell people also now, what I do tell my people, and I tell my mentees and people that I do talk to, I said, now we have a great team, but also you need to learn and know the industry as a whole, learn every aspect about it, because you need to know what your team is doing and how they're doing it. Because if you're not educated in that aspect and dumb to the fact of what they're doing, then they can do anything and pull anything over on you. So make sure now, let them do their work, but make sure you know and have some type of education about what they're doing. Learn about marketing, learn about PR, learn about logistics, stuff like that. Learn about that, not to do that job, but know that what they're doing and how they're doing. That's how a lot of people get taken advantage of, because they put a lot of their business or a lot of their interest in a lot of hands of people and don't really know what they're doing in the background. Be educated. Make sure that you're educated on every aspect. I'm not saying go out there and get your PhD in it, but at least know a little bit, get an associate degree, and know a little bit about what's going on with the people that's working around and what you're doing, because that makes sure, again, that particular person, every aspect of an industry that my team knows that they're doing, I guarantee you, they'll tell you, I know what they're doing, and if they're not doing it right and how I want it done. Now, can I do it as best the way they can do it? Probably not. But I'm educated in the fact of contracts. I'm educated enough in production. I'm educated enough in logistics to know what they're doing. So what I'm telling you is have a great team, but also educate yourself to make sure that you know what they're doing, so you don't get a fast one pulled over on you.
And when you have a team when you have a team that's honest and true, they're not going to have any problems with teaching you and showing you what they're doing. And
exactly.
So, like you said, there's no reason why you should be running any type of corporation, any type of business, or anything, period, and you don't know the ins and outs of that business or that company and what's going on. You need to know, you need to be involved, and anybody that's worth their salt, they're going to appreciate that, because there's going to be times when you can actually lend them a hand because you know what the heck you're doing. So I'm with you on that. See, this is a very, very good point. Alex, she was hoping we could just squeeze out 40 minutes. We've been on here for an hour. So, but you guys.
I would say one other thing.
Go ahead.
I would say one other thing. I think and I'm happy that it's on the west side this particular time, but I need this whole Freedom Fest to come south. I'm just throwing it out there, because I feel overpowered right now. It's 4-1, so I just need to come south. Because listen, nothing against the west side.
What is with the south side is always afraid to come west? What's that about? South side always got a problem.
I gotta say this about that. I still don't understand for the life of me why people always do this south side, west side thing, because like people tell me, oh, you don't seem like you from the west side. How is
I get that all the time.
You seem like you from the side. I don't get that. I don't get it. Why? Because I speak a little more articulate? Because I call my head. We don't do that on both sides.
That's what it is.
Listen,
they believe that West Siders. They believe that West Siders are first generation from Mississippi, and so they call us country. They call us West Siders.
South Siders are the closest to Mississippi.
Hello.
Right. So now,
Technically,
They
careful
close to the 57. we got a long ways to go to get to 57.
We got to take 290
Yeah,
and then
y'all close to
connect
55.
to 94 and
55.
then get on 57.
No, but y'all can jump. Listen, y'all can jump right on 290 and go to 55. So y'all closer to the south. Don't do that.
oh, man.
But anyway,
Let me just say, the biggest thing I don't really need. I'm okay without the West Side South Side versus. However, I need people to know that I don't consider Chicago to have an East Side. So the East Side is the lake, but there are a lot of people who say Chicago has an East Side. So I don't.
Where they from? They're not from Chicago originally, huh? They're not from here originally.
Somebody said, somebody's like, Southside.
So you got one person helping you, Mark.
Mark is with you. All right, guys. So, hey, man, I really enjoyed this time. I'm looking forward to this week. Actually running into you guys at one of the events. I'm going to show up and everybody watching. I will make sure I go live from one of the events so you guys can see what's to come when we finally open up and we can do this thing for the masses in person. Yeah. But I want to thank you, Mark, Danielle, Reggie, and definitely Leslie. I want to thank you guys for your time. I want to thank you guys for allowing me to grace this platform with you and bring this to the people because it's so overdue. It's so needed, and the people are going to get something from this. And you guys are starting something that's going to go on for years to come. And I'm super happy. And when y'all blow up really, if you forget about me, I will show up. I will have the video showing that I was there with the first one. So
see, Southside people won't do that to you. Southside people won't do that to you. It's just the West Side. They forget you.
Really?
Southsides won't forget you.
Really, Mark? Really?
For everybody watching, make sure you guys go and register for private sessions at artwestchicago.com/events so you guys can be privy to some information and see what's going on and be a part of this thing. And you also will be able to log on live for all of the live events. And where can they do that at?
So they can check out some of the music events at nextshowcase.com, as well as Facebook. On Facebook, go to the Next Showcase USA page, and on Instagram, Next Showcase.
Yes, and
nextshowcase.com.
We'll be restreaming all of this.
Okay, so I make sure I put that up so people can see it. Nextshowcase.com. And hey guys, I appreciate you guys. I had fun. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys this week, whether it's me seeing you or what's going on, or me seeing you. Okay. So everybody you're watching,
thanks for having us.
No, thank you for being here. Everybody, make sure you check out the Art West Freedom Fest of North Lawndale this week. It's kicking off tomorrow night, Monday night, all the way through Saturday. And it's going to be a dope time. We're going to have some awesome talents performing all genres and all types of music. Make sure you guys tune in. These guys have put their heart into this and to bring you something special. And we want you guys to watch. We want you guys to comment. We want you guys to share. And we want you guys to be a part of this spectacular event. We will see you then. And we thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Peace.
I'm gonna throw up the. I gotta throw up the end. Hold on a second. Alexi, thank you so much, everybody. This is Alexi Young. She is the CEO and founder of the event, and she is super excited to bring this to you guys. And trust me, I remember when I met you through Corey, and you're like, okay, how can you help me? I said, whatever I can do. You let me know, and I'm there. Yeah. And like I said, I'm here. So anything I can do to help, I'm here for you and your cause. And I'm looking forward to great things.
Thank you. Thank you for having us, and thank you for supporting, for sure.
Okie dokie. Thank you guys for tuning into the Simeon Henderson Show. Peace and God bless.